Alrighty. Hello, everybody. It is time for some F2 action. We are here for round 6 for the Formula 2 Season 10 of Moose Racing League. Let's go ahead and get you guys in here. Yeah, it is gonna be the amazing Bahrain Grand Prix. That's not Bahrain. What's that? What? Okay, well, that's definitely Bahrain. Sorry about that. Here's Bahrain in the fantastic night that we have it on. In F2, it is a night race as well. I think they held it in the day in GP2, but in current day, I do not think so. Let's go ahead and look at the track map. It is going to be the 15-turn international circuit of Bahrain, Sakir. 14 turns, 3.3 miles. Very fun track. One of my personal favorites. It's just... And your host today is me, DMasterOG. And as you can see, the stream today is a little scuffed, but we keep going forward. Currently, we're about to load into the lobby for the F2 race, but as we're loading in, I just want to say thank you guys so much for being here. Remember to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already as well, and join the Discord. It's going to be 32 laps of Bahrain, a one-shot qualifying, and we're actually going to be loading in right now. Let's get straight into it, guys. No wasting time. All right, so for this qualifying session, we're always going to be expecting Minico to be up there, right? That's not a new thing for us. But it'll be all right. We'll move forward. We'll watch someone else for once, okay? And we'll give someone else the spotlight while they do their qualifying run. Let's say I think we should go on Tolby today. We should see what Tolby's been cooking up in his Mercedes IRL car. I think that'll be pretty fun. All right, there you go. There's the counter. Thought we weren't gonna get one for a second. Get a last little drink before it starts. Alrighty. So, our first action of the Season 10 Bahrain Grand Prix, as we have a bunch of people getting swapped around really early on. Let's see if we can catch Toby here. Right on board with Toby. Brakes pretty early into that corner, slows the car down a fair amount, goes over the curb. Don't think that's an illegal. Let's see. No, it is not. Goes pretty well into that corner. Has a little bit of a slide coming out of it, but that's pretty stable. As we have Minico and Dana the Mac battling it for P1. Dana the Mac must have lost a little bit of time there as he's switching positions with City of R, as Try actually went in front of both of them for a split second. He must have had a good entry into there. Didn't keep it, so he's moving back down. Actually, they're just swapping places for second, third, and fourth. Freddie Razzle has retired. He probably had an invalid lap, as we see Chosen Toby has moved up to sixth position already. He's had a pretty clean lap so far. He's just trying to keep it clean and as stuck to the track as he can. Getting as close to that curb as he dares without touching it. You can get launched off it pretty easily. Everyone ahead of him, now Angry Shadow overtook him for 6th. I was going to say, everyone ahead of him is a very quick person. Chazzy, City of R, Dana the Mac, and Try. And Minico. So he'd be the best of the rest in this case. As Angry Shadow lost 2 positions. And now Toby lost 2 positions coming into that last corner. He's going to be finishing 8th. But pole is going to be Minico. And Try comes in 2nd. Minico takes pole by half a second. What a gap. Half a second for Minico. What is that? Guess Max retired. Bouncy got 7th place. Let's read down this order one more time. Minico getting P1 pole position for the Grand Prix with a 40.8, half a second in front of Shry, and who is 2/10 in front of Dana the Max. So they had great qualifyings compared to the rest of the field. City of R is only about 4/100ths behind Dana the Max, so they're really close together. Chazzy 2/10 behind them. And then you have a 1.4 second gap to everybody else. Angry Shadow coming in 6th, Bouncy coming in 7th, Toby coming in 8th, Fnatic in 9th, Homer in P10, Satar in P11, and JBTC in P12. And that is the only people who finished the laps, as Freddie had retired earlier in the session, and Edge and Kiss My Ex did not set a lap time. Oh, it is not in the nighttime, it's in the daytime. And we see some wet tires there. Our tires there. Nice. Yeah, I was gonna ask what the Ferrari strategy was here going on wets at going on to wets on Bahrain in a dry circuit. Would have been pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but still interesting to say the least. And while we have a second, let's just go over the championship standings. Currently, we have Prima, as you can see up here, leading the way by 16 points from ART, and Virtuosi, another 10 points behind them. 6 points for Campos and High Tech rounding out our top 5, and that is 12 points behind Campos. And we actually have the 5 red lights turning on. 5 red lights are on, and they are off, and the drivers are away, and away we go. Minico has not had a great start, but Dana the Mac has had a great start. He's going down the outside, down the inside goes Try, but Dana the Mac takes the positions before the braking zone, and actually it's Try who goes deep into the corner. Dana the Mac on the softer rubber, so he's going to have a lot more grip in the start of this race. City of R getting pushed off the track a little bit by, it looks like, Chazzy on the soft tires as well, and it looks like City of R has been relegated down to P5 as we have a 3-wide moment down back here between the 3 cars right here, the VAR, the Prima of Bouncy, Angry Shadow, and Toby. Toby getting a little bit of a tap, and Bouncy going sideways, and he's around. There's a car backwards in the middle of the track, 2 spinning, 3 spinning on the other sides, and how is that not a safety car? There were 3 cars stopped, debris all over the place, and it looks like everyone is still pointing in the right direction. Is that gonna allow the top 6? Looks like the top 6 are still about in a in a train other than Dana the Mac has broken the DRS to Minico. That's pretty surprising, but the top six, the top five are so much further than the rest of the field. That split up the field so widely, and it looks like there wasn't a safety car. I even want to check the settings to make sure that there was the safety car is still on, because that is very, very chaotic. Let's see real quick. Rules and flags. Yeah, safety car is on standard, so it is still on. Man, what a catastrophe as we have further down the field Kiss My Axe, and it looks like Fnatic pretty close together. Kiss My Axe trying to defend from Fnatic and keeping the track position right now as he is on the soft rubber tires, and he's going to be wanting to stay ahead and kind of pull away from Fnatic in an ideal world. But we have Edge coming to the pits, and actually Chazzy getting past Minico here, as Homer gets a 5-second penalty for coming into the pits and speeding. Minico tried to look down the inside, did not make the move. He pulled out of it. Very smart for him, since Chazzy is on the softer rubber tires. And again, Minico is getting further and further away from Dan on the Mac because of his tire difference. If Minico was on the same tire, he may be able to keep up with him. But right now, these hards against these softs are going to be so slow. And these two are going to be pulling and pulling. Let's see these drivers, how they came out. Kiss My Axe is up 8 positions. Freddy Razzle is up 7 positions from where he started. Bouncy and Bouncy being our worst off, and Homer and Angry Shadow being second with him, being 5 positions down each. Chosen Tolby being 4 positions down from starting in P8. So, good start from Freddy and Kiss My Axe, bad start for Angry Shadow, Bouncy, Toby, and Homer. And Edge stayed in the same position, just 40 seconds back. Dan the Mac is pulling away, everyone. Minico is actually already out of the DRS range from the 2 guys up ahead. And we have Freddy Razzle on the soft tires behind the I don't know what this car is. Invicta, sorry. The Invicta car and the ART, both of them running pretty similar liveries, as we have Freddy Razzle looking up the inside. Did not make the move stick. Did not try to make the move, as he's looking for a switchback here. Excuse me, guys. He's going around the outside now. He has the DRS. He has the slipstream. Is he going to have the pace to go around the outside? He's keeping it around the outside. And City of R is defending very well on the hard tires, but Freddy has so much more tire grip, and City of R just says, okay, it's time for me to give this one up, and he did. Freddy is now up into P5. City of R in P6 now, trying to chase down the ART of Shry. Looks like these are teammates, so Shry and Freddy are 100% gonna work together here. I don't think they'd have a reason not to. Freddy's on the faster tires. In a perfect world, Shry lets him by on the straight, and then Shry uses Freddy just to get pulled further and further up a road towards Minico, potentially stealing that P2 on hard tire, or P1 on the alternative strategy. As you have to remember, these guys are on a whole separate strategy than the front two. Freddy, Chazzy, and Dan of the Mac have to stop earlier. They're going to get the undercut, but at the end of the race, their tires are going to be so much worse. Minico, Try, and City of R are trying the opposite. Are doing hard tires first and then being really quick at the end, trying to get that fastest lap point, as well as getting better tires at the end of the race, because everyone's going to be on older hards, wearing hards, and they're going to be on very new tires. So either way, you sacrifice one thing for the other, which is great racing, as we actually have Chazzy, who caught up to the front of Dana the Mac. As I was panning forward and looking through what the battles we have, Chazzy is now on the back of Dana the Mac, and he's trying to get this lead for the soft tire runners on the alternative strategy. So we'll see how that comes out, but Miniko is still trying to catch up to these guys. Not been able to find so much as of catching up, but he's definitely staying within that 2.5 second range for the time being. As you actually see Chazzy there getting a little loose on the rear end. Very good to see him doing that counter steer into the corner. Good for the cameras. As you can see further back, we have the very spread out grid that sometimes becomes F2 when there's carnage. 3-second time penalty for Sitar, as Fnatic and JBTC are now trying to go side by side into this corner. Softer tires for JBTC. He's gonna have more grip on the inside, and he has the position. As Fnatic just does not have the grip to hold it around the outside, and actually loses the rear end a little bit. As JBTC is just so much more hooked up as he goes sideways, exactly as I said, he's hooked up. Great timing, as we have Bouncy, I think that is, spinning on his own. He still has well more than enough time from everybody else behind, so that'll be an interesting battle. See who doesn't get knocked out fastest. As we actually have City of R and Kiss My Axe, who went side by side. Kiss My Axe now in front, I'm pretty sure, of City of R, as he is still on those softer tires. I'd still think these tires have another 5 laps in them, at least. Sorry if I sound a little strange, by the way. I can't breathe very well. Actually, Chazzy is holding onto the back of Dana the Mac, just pulling away from Miniko. I think they kind of understand that they need to work together, but at the same time, Chazzy's just trying to get the move done, and he goes down the inside. Very, very brave move. What a switchback he made there. Mounted the curbs. Great exit out of the number, looks like 12, I want to say, into 13. And this is now 15, or I'm pretty sure. Fnatic getting a 3-second penalty, not gonna help her and her chances, as Chazzy has taken the lead for the first time crossing the line. Dana the Mac getting a taste of that sweet DRS, and he's gonna be trying. No, he's not. He's gonna lift off and hold behind. Now I guess they may play this team the strategy game of keeping Miniko 2.5 seconds behind. Freddy has actually caught up to Miniko a little bit. Only 1.8 seconds now from Freddy to Miniko, as Shry completely fell off of Freddy's rear. He could not stay on with Freddy's pace. He's lost 3.5 seconds to Freddy, and it looks like he's not going to be able to catch up anytime soon to that other ART, his teammate. As we actually have a very, very tense battle going on here for P9 between Anger Shadow, Sitar, and Chosen Tolby. We have, it looks like Sitar, who was leading before that straight. Anger Shadow got DRS and then stayed in front of Sitar. Looks like these guys are playing it pretty safely for the time being. Trying to get into too many incidents, as JBTC gets a penalty behind for actually going backwards. He didn't get a penalty for going backwards, but we switched on to him and he was backwards. And he spun it again. Not a great day for him. And we actually see Chosen Tolby trying to get out of the slipstream, looking down the inside maybe for a move on Sitar. Sitar does have a penalty. Let's see the penalties. It's going to be a 3-second for both Sitar and Fnatic, and JBTC behind, but JBTC is about 20 seconds back from the next car, so that is pretty unfortunate for his contention for P10, for P11. We have now Chosen Tolby trying to look down a move for Sitar. They're both on the soft tires, Angry Shadow on the hard tires. They both have DRS, but they do not have the straight line speed on Angry Shadow, but Chosen Toby sends it down the inside anyways, as we have Chosen Toby going down the inside, or sorry, the outside of Angry Shadow. He makes a double move. Great move to stick with him, but I think he has some front wing damage. I think Toby may have some left front wing damage. I think that's what I saw, and I do see correctly. He does not have an end plate, and JBTC retires in the pit lane, so nothing is going to come of that, as Star lost about 6/10 from the back of these cars. Angry Shadow losing a little bit of time as well as he messed up those corners. He's now outside of a second from Toby. Toby now 5 seconds from P8 in P9. Great double move from Toby to get in front of Satar and Angry Shadow, both at the same time, with two moves technically going around the outside and the inside for the first and second, third corner. Fantastic racing. We actually have a Prema car about to be lapped by the drivers of Chazzy and Dana the Mac, as Bouncy has not had a great race, to be fair with him. Dana the Mac holding on to 2.5 seconds in front, as actually we have Shrine Kiss My Axe going at it. I think Kiss My Axe has made that move stick before the braking zone, but he just made it stick even more. There you go. That confirms it. Shry has DRS, and Kiss My Axe goes defensive, but he does not need to because Shry does not have enough speed, and his tires are still not dropping off, so he still has a couple more laps of having good tire grip before his tires get eventually worse. So we actually have Angry Shadow getting past Satar one more time. Satar not having a great time, as Angry Shadow actually gets DRS as well as the position. As we have the Prema car of Bouncy getting lapped by Chazzy and Dana the Mac. And we'll have here Minico getting past his teammate in the other Prema. This reminds me of Ricardo and Norris, 2022? 2023? No, 2022. Man, I can't word. Actually, looks like Minico's gotten closer. Looks like he's about 2 seconds back from Dana the Mac, who's about 8/10 back from Chazzy. Chazzy's pulling away a little bit from Dana the Mac. He's about 9/10, so Dan is struggling to keep in this DRS. Minico's just hoping to get a little bit closer. Have these guys fight a little bit more, or lose a little bit more time. Actually, Chazzy may have made a mistake there, as he lost some time to Dana the Mac. As you see further up ahead, the Prema car of Bouncy. Oh, actually, we have Freddy. Freddy spun it into the hairpin corner, and he's now going to get passed by CDFR as well. This is going to be an interesting fight now that Freddy has old tires, heated up rear tires from that spin, and he's not going to have the same amount of grip, and he's going to have to pit soon. So that's just lost him 2 free positions on Try and Kiss My Axe, and a lot of grip for the next couple of laps. If he was taking care of those tires, then now his taking care of the tires has basically shot him nowhere, because he is now back where he started. And Kiss My Axe and Shry are still moving forward. While we have a second now that the race has calmed down, let's go look at those standings one more time. We have the VAR in P6, Carlin in P7, Trident in P24, MP in P9, or P8 for Trident and MP are tied for points. PHM is on 21, and Dams is on 15. And we can also look at the driver's standings here. As you see, Minico, our net race leader after everyone has, or pits after the two in front of him pit for now. He is 31 points clear of Shry, who is currently behind him on the same strategy. City of R is P3, 6 points behind Shry, 37 points behind the leader. And he is, what? Like, on the same strategy, third on track? So these guys have all gone for the safe strategy. Big Mac, Dan, and Chazzy, both P4 and P5, or yeah, P4 and P5 have gone for the alternate strategy, and they are still in front. Kiss My Axe, who is currently in P4 in the race, is I don't see him on the list, guys. You see where I'm getting at? Kiss My Axe is doing amazingly. I don't see where Kiss My Axe is on the list. Am I blind? Probably should have reviewed this a little bit before. But anyways, we got Freddy is it's probably gonna get a great podium position here if this alternate strategy comes out pretty well. It's not too far from well, they are pretty far. They're like 9 seconds ahead of everyone else. Okay, maybe retract what I just said. All right, let's get back to the F2 racing. Sorry about that. As you can see here, Minico is on the back of Dana the Mac now. And Dana the Mac has lost out to Chazzy. Looks like while we were doing that, maybe Bouncy gave Minico a slipstream and a DRS and shot him off. That's my best guess. But now it's lap 10. These soft tires are probably going to be wearing out. These hard tires are probably going to be putting the best tire grip they have down right now compared to these soft tires. And he is gaining a lot of time on these softs. Dana the Mac losing a little bit of time to Minico over the span of 3 laps. Going way over the curb. I don't know if he'll get a penalty for that or a warning for that, but we'll have to figure out later on. As Kiss My Axe is 9 seconds back from the top 3. That's gonna be hard to be even if they have a great undercut. That's gonna be really hard. They still have 10 seconds. We actually have Bouncy spinning one more time. He's staying on the inside, not getting off that curb. Smart play, Bouncy, as we have a safety car, a virtual safety car comes out, and this is absolutely wonderful for Chazzy and Dan of the Mac. Full safety car is out on track now. This is perfect for Dan and Chazzy. Chazzy stays out. Chazzy stays out. Chazzy stays out. Dan of the Mac is in. Minico's into the pits. Minico is also into the pits. Chazzy stays out of the pits. Kiss My Axe 100% comes in. Shry, let's see what he does. He comes into the pits as well. Shry comes into the pits. City of R, let's see if he's going to come into the pits as well. He should. Yes, he does. Everyone is pitting, and that's actually wonderful for Dana the Mac. And Minico has maybe been screwed here because he has to take these softs 20 laps. And Dana the Mac gets to keep these hards till the end of the race. Same with Kiss My Axe. So they're going to be the ones in the best position. Shry is on 0 lap old soft. Same with City of R. They have gone for the alternate strategy, which I don't think has worked out for them. I do not believe this has gone in Minico's or Shry's or City of R's favor. This has gone in Freddy's, Kiss My Axe's, and Dana the Mac's favor for sure. And Chazzy just stayed out, lost so much unnecessary time as everyone else comes into the pits. Fnatic, Angry Shadow, Chosen Tolby, and Sitar all come into the pits, changing for the opposite tire compound than they had on. Angry Shadow being on the softs now. Fnatic also being on the softs. Let's see. Make sure that nobody is double stacked onto the same tire twice. Everyone has crisscross tires. Okay. As let's see. Chassis gone so screwed. Dana the Mac is smiling ear to ear right now. Man. What a strategy call for Dana the Mac. Great job. I think Shazzy's gonna come in here. Yeah, there you go. He comes in. Uh oh, he barely stopped it in time. Okay. Alright, let's see where he comes out. I'm gonna say he's probably gonna come out behind Try. He's lost so much time. He's out. Is he gonna come out in front of Kiss My Axe? Yeah, he does. Kiss My Axe still has a Delta, I think. Yeah, he has a Delta because there's nobody on the safety car. Wait, Kiss My Axe passed him. There you go. Kiss My Axe has gotten past Chazzy. Now on the hard tires, so he's in net P3. If Miniko cannot make it to the end on these softs. Dana the Mac on the hard tires. Kiss My Axe on the hard tires. Chazzy on hard tires. One lap. Newer hard tires, by the way. Miniko on softs. Shry on softs. And City of R on softs. So the top 8. No, the top 10 are all on half and half strategies. 5 people on hards, 5 people on softs. Who's going to be leading this race in 20 laps? Well, we're here to figure that out. Is it going to be Dana the Mac? Is it going to be Miniko? Who knows? Why did that... What? What? I move around one thing and it turns the entire thing off. Cool. Love computers. Alrighty. Well, the entire field is probably spread out very inconsistently. Bouncy still lapped. He's probably not going to be able to unlap himself just because he is so far back. Homer is probably not even going to catch up to the safety car at this rate. Edge didn't even pit for new tires. He said, I don't need them. He might also not catch up to the safety car. We've actually gone through this race pretty quickly. We're about halfway through and it's only been 30 minutes. About halfway through. It would have gone a lot quicker as Edge comes into the pits. It would have gone a lot quicker if we didn't have any safety cars. But we move. And if we had a lot of action to cover. Now, when we do get restarted, y'all have to remember that Miniko's job is to get as far away from Dan as possible. The same thing that Dan did to Miniko whenever they were on the opposite tires. So that is his job. That is what he's going to try to accomplish. Is he going to be able to do that? We're going to be able to find out. But Miniko needs to put in one hell of a stint here if he wants to take these tires 18 laps. As safety car is going to come in this lap. as nobody's caught up. Nobody outside of the top 10 is caught up. The top 8. Um, Fnatic's still about 18 seconds away, as we have the pack going very, very slowly. Alrighty, and I think Dana the Mac is gone. I think so. Yeah, he is. He is completely gone. Kiss My Ex has gotten a bad start compared to Miniko. Miniko's right on the back end of Dan and the Mac. Kiss My Ex has had a pretty it's a pretty bad start. He's only 9/10 behind the next person, as we actually see Miniko sending it on Dan and the Mac. Miniko getting the position before turn 2 and 3. Same thing with Kiss My Ex defending from Chazzy, trying to get around the outside is Shry. Chazzy and Shry giving a little bit of a bump to each other. Shry going around the outside, and he takes the position from Chazzy. Great move from Shry to go around the outside, and actually Kiss My Ex makes it deep. Goes deep into the corner, and Shry says thank you very much. Takes that position from him, and further back you can actually see Chazzy trying to get moved on by City of R, as he was going really slowly. Kiss My Ex going now really slowly in front of Chazzy. Chazzy sending it down the inside. Very good move from Chazzy, trying to keep it there, trying to keep the traction and keep it alongside, but he wasn't able to. So Chazzy got the better exit, and they keep the way they are. Miniko has already pulled away 1.9 seconds from Shry, and Dan of the Mac. Shry has gone past Dan of the Mac. Those hard tires just not giving them the grip that they wanted. Kiss My Ex now 2 seconds, or 1.2 seconds back from the next car. Actually, he went down 2 positions in that single corner right there from for City of R, and Chazzy moving up 1 position. City of R now up into P5. Chazzy up into P4. Kiss My Ex trying to not lose another position to Freddy behind, as they're on the same tire. City of R trying to defend, or trying to attack on Chazzy, as he is on the newer faster tires on these soft compounds. He gets the traction down way better than Chazzy, and he's now up into 4th position trying to chase down Dan of the Mac, who's on the hard tires, and he is out of the DRS range of Miniko and Shry. Miniko already pulling 2.5 seconds to Shry on this alternative strategies that they were forced into, as we actually had a deep moment from Freddy, it looked like, on trying to make the move on to Kiss My Ex. I think he made it stick, but Kiss My Ex is just having a little bit of trouble, as we see further up Freddy trying to make a move on Chazzy. Made Chazzy very nervous, trying to look up the inside, and Chazzy went deep into the corner. Freddy Razzle takes P5 in this race. That is a very good strategic move from Freddy, playing with Chazzy's mind. That is what it's all about. City of R going down the inside of Dana the Mac. City of R making a beautiful move, sticking in the middle of the apex of the corner, and Dana the Mac not having the exit to make the switchback work. City of R being on the softer tires gets a better traction, and he comes out of this corner and even has better traction than Dan of the Mac. So Dan of the Mac is going to be losing time, losing a lot of time, as actually you can see City of R is already nearly 3 seconds from Shry, and Shry is nearly 3 seconds from Miniko. So Miniko is putting in these very fast laps, putting in purple sector too right there, as he is just trying to run away further and further from everybody else, as we have the entire pack just trying to get past we had the entire pack of softs trying to get past the pack of hard runners, as the top 3 are now Miniko, Shry, and City of R. City of R trying to pull away, and has pulled away from Dan of the Mac. Dan of the Mac will not have any DRS, as Miniko puts in the fastest lap of the race of 43.3, which is only about 3 seconds off of his qualifying time, so it's a very good lap. As you can see here, Dan of the Mac getting pressured by Freddy Razzle now. Freddy tried to look up the inside. He did not make the move stick. Did not get the same pressure done. No, he did get the same pressure done on Dan of the Mac. Dan of the Mac going all the way on the curb. And now Freddy gets the switchback done. So it means he has a better exit out of this corner. Is he going to look down the inside? Yes, he does. He sends it down the inside and gives Dan of the Mac a little bit of a squeeze on the inside. Dan of the Mac losing another position to the same compound runner as him this time. Freddy Razzle now up into P4. It's net race lead. If these three do not make it to the end of the race on these tires, they will be close. It is 18 laps to go on these soft tires. It's going to be tight. It's going to be scary. But Dana the Mac has now been passed by Chazzy as well. He got that move done in the hairpin, and Dana the Mac is just falling further and further behind. That pace that he had earlier in the race is not showing up anymore, and he has fallen off from P1 all the way, or sorry, well, yeah, he was in P1. He at the start of this 5 lap stint so far, 6 lap stint. Um, Someone who's been doing great this 6 lap stint is Miniko. He's already 4 seconds ahead of the next car as we have Bouncy spun again at looks like turn 12 or 11, I think 11. Miniko 4.2 seconds ahead of Shry. Shry is 3 seconds from City of R. All of them on the soft tires, on the same tires, and Miniko is still going fastest of all three of them. Freddy Razzle in P4 right now. I think going a little slower than City of R, but they are on the same lap old harder compound tires, so they'll be freshening up in a little bit once those softs fall off. Chazzy in a P5 in front of Dana the Mac. Freddy has that 5 second time penalty as well as having the 3 second time penalty. Sorry, Freddy has the 3 second, and Dana the Mac also has the 3 second. Um, Sorry about that, guys. That was disgusting. Oh. Um, Freddy has the 3 second time penalty, so he's gonna try to pull away from Chazzy. He's actually already been able to do that. Chazzy does not have DRS right now, and Dana the Mac doesn't either. Dana the Mac needs a perfect sector. He doesn't even have the ability to get it, and Chazzy goes deep into the corner. It looks like Dana the Mac did not get DRS. Neither did Chazzy. Freddy is able to pull away just a little bit more down the straight, having gotten a better exit than Chazzy. Chazzy all over the place on those rear tires right now. You can see him sliding around a little bit. Great stuff from him so far. Kiss My Axe and Fnatic are the closest on track. They're the only ones with DRS other than Chosen Toby and Angry Shadow. As you actually see Fnatic here, trying to look up the inside, did not make any moves. He's trying to, I think she's trying to just, oh, she goes very deep into the corner. She makes the corner stick on the soft tires. Kiss My Axe had basically nothing to say for it. Kiss My Axe comes into the pits. Fnatic is now released on the soft tires with DRS. That's a little bit of a boost to get up to Dana the Mac in front. Is Fnatic going to have the pace? We'll just have to see. As Kiss My Axe pits. Does he have front wing damage? It does look like it, yes. Not ideal for his race. Definitely not what you want to see. As we actually have something very ideal for Miniko. He is 5.7 seconds ahead of Shry. And that's just insane, since just a lap ago, they were not that far apart. Chosen Toby has retaken the position from Angry Shadow. Or, sorry, Angry Shadow has retaken the position from Chosen Toby as he had a switch back there. Chosen Toby had gone deep into the corner side by side through that entire first sector. Or, sorry, started the second sector. Great piece racing from these two. Great job for keeping it clean through those very tight, fast corners. As you can see, Angry Shadow now going wide as Chosen Toby has the DRS. He just does not have the overspeed to grab any moves done, but he does have the DRS. That's just insane. Miniko is putting in great lap after great lap. 6.2 seconds already the gap to Shry, and 3.1 seconds the gap to City of R from Shry. And Freddy Razzle's 5 seconds back from these three. Chazzy 1.5 seconds from Freddy, so he's still outside of that DRS range. Dana the Mac also outside of that DRS range, just about 2 seconds back. Fnatic about 2.8 seconds, gaining a little bit of time, but I don't know if their tires are gonna have enough time to stay gripped up and catch up to them. So we have, it looks like Toby coming into the pits. Does he have front wing damage? Does look like it. It does look like it. Yes, he does. Edge goes past him on the main straight. Same with Kiss My Axe on the new tires. When would you pit for new tires if you are the leaders here? I'd say probably this lap or next lap. I don't know. Cause I don't know if you'll make it to the end on these tires, man. 20 laps is a lot of time. 18 push laps, to be fair. 7.2 seconds. I think they're just burning these tires and just going on to a new set. I don't think they're going to try to make it to the end. Miniko already 7.3 seconds ahead of Shry. Shry's gap to City of Var behind is keeping about the same, but Miniko is just running away with it. Freddy Razzle's lost about a second to the top three in this last lap alone, and we have Sitar, it looks like, spun around in that second sector, joining turn 10. Or sorry, not turn 10, turn 12. Absolutely crazy how fast Miniko is in these conditions, or in this car in general. He's so quick. He's pulling tenths per quarter. 8 seconds now, the gap. News Fest races is probably going to be the real life F120 F124 race, but for F2, not for F1. So we actually have some battles going on here. Sitar and Kiss My Axe. Kiss My Axe on very new tires. Sitar on very old tires. There you go. Move done. Pretty simple. Sitar going down the inside, trying to keep the position. Never gonna work because his tires are so much newer at this point. Great move from Kiss My Axe, leaving Sitar room on the inside. Great awareness. The gap from Miniko to Try is now 8.4 seconds. In one lap, he gained 1 second. Nuts. Let's see. Freddy has driven really well today. I was just about to say, it looks like Freddy's been driving amazingly today. Up 9 positions, starting from P13, the current last runner, which is Toby. So that is a very good race for him so far. He is 3 seconds ahead of Chazzy, so he would keep that position if there is no intervention for the rest of this race. 10 more laps to go. He is going to be hoping for it, because he is an effective P1 if there isn't an intervention and these guys have to pit and they can't catch up, because all he has to do is defend and maybe keep in front of the 3 seconds. But if they don't pit, then they're gonna have punctures. So that's what I think, at least. Let's go back to the tires. This is the only real interesting part. The top three are so far in front, though. Would a full green pit stop still be worth it? I mean, yes, because Miniko is the only person who could afford a full green pit stop. He would come out. Let's go. He would come out probably fifth or sixth. He wouldn't come out seventh, and he could easily make up 10 seconds on newer tires, on old tires that are dying out 100%. So I think Miniko has this in the bag. Try has a very good chance of putting this in the bag as well if Try follows Miniko in and just basically copies Miniko's strategy. I think City of Art is going to try to do the same thing since they're only about 3 seconds off each other, 3.5 seconds. But it's going to be hard. Those Freddy, Shazzy, and Nana the Mac are in net race leading positions, on track position. I don't think these guys are going to take these tires to the end. I'm being real honest with y'all here. Doesn't feel like it. With the way they're pushing, I don't think they can afford to. But Miniko is staying out. So lap 24 now. Miniko 10 seconds from the next car. Jeez, what a dominating performance. City of R losing a little bit of time from Shry. Shry now 3.8 seconds in front of City. 8 seconds for Freddy. So these softs are really, really lasting a long time. Doing very well to give the grip they needed. Just officially making it to this 10-second mark of Miniko and Shry distance. Really, really interesting strategy that happened this race. I love that there was just an early safety car that threw a wrench in the mix. And right now, I don't even know what's going to happen in 5 laps. Because Miniko could stay out on these tires, maybe have a puncture, or maybe Miniko is 2 seconds slower than without having to take care of the tires. So it could literally be anyone's race still. Could still be Freddy's to win. Could also be his to lose. But as it stands right now, Miniko, Shrine, City of Art are top three. Freddy Razzle, Shazzy, and Dan of the Mac are 4, 5, and 6. Fnatic, Anger Shadow, and Edge are 7, 8, and 9. Kiss My Axe, Sitar, Homer, and Chosen Toby are 10, 11, 12, and 13. And Bouncy and JBTC are out of the race. 11 seconds, the gap to Shry. Man. We have chosen Toby and Homer, our closest battle on track. Either that or this one right here. Whichever one y'all want to root for. It's actually a Kiss My Axe going down the inside of Edge. I don't think Edge is going to fight this one too hard since he knows Kiss My Axe has better tires. There you go. Kiss My Axe gets the position on Edge. Edge backs out. We had Freddy Razzle make a big mistake into the first sector, or coming out of the first sector into the second sector, and that gave Dana the Mac and Chazzy P6 and P5, as we actually have Freddy retiring on track. It looks like, yeah, he retired on track right in front of Fnatic. So Freddy is now going to lose all those positions, and he's going to give everyone behind one free position. 12 cars remain. Angry Shadow in P7, Kiss My Axe now in P8, Edge in P9, and Sitar being our last points runner in P10. If that would have caused a safety car, that would have been absolutely chaotic. That would have been crazy. You know what? These tires are holding up a lot better than I thought. Dana the Mac is 17 seconds back from City of R. That is 33 seconds from Minico as Chazzy sends it down the inside of Dana the Mac, makes the move stick. Very cleanly. My apologies. I will be right back. Leave y'all watching this Chazzy versus Dana the Mac battle. As I come back to two very impatient people swerving around the straights. As you can just see here, Chazzy defending from Dana the Mac. Pretty aggressively, not aggressively swerving, but swerving more times than is intended. As Chazzy just parks it on the apex, not allowing Dana the Mac to get any switchback done on him. Dana the Mac very, very smart to break a little bit extra into the corner. Fnatic about 5 seconds back from the next car. As it looks like nothing happened when I left. Nice. Always good to see. We actually have Minico approaching the last 3 cars right now. P12, 11, and P10. They're just about, I'd say, 5 seconds? Yeah, maybe 5 seconds ahead. 6 seconds. And he's going to catch that up pretty quickly. They're on old hards. Tolby's on new softs, but new is relative because they're still probably at that 20-25% range right now. They still got 6 laps. Sorry, 4 laps. I don't know how to count. 4 laps. So I'd be saving tires at this point. I don't know what their tire wear numbers are, but I'd be getting pretty scared. Great to see Dana the Mac and Chazzy still within DRS of each other. They are still battling, still giving each other a hard enough time to get past. "14 seconds now the gap from Minico to Shry. Minico may make it to the end on these tires, and he is more than in the gap to even if he does have a puncture probably right now, he could probably still make it to the pits and make it back in front of Chazzy. I believe it. I think he'll come out in front of Chazzy regardless of what happens. So then he just has to make up like 6 seconds. So we actually saw there that he got past Homer. And next is going to be Satar in P11. A little bit further up the road, about 4 or 5 seconds again. It looks like got DRS open? Yeah, you do. Homer got DRS open because of Minico. Makes sense. You can see there, neither of them are making up grounds on each other, as we have Satar giving way for Minico there. Next person is about 10 seconds up the road, and it's going to be Chosen Toby on his tires, his newer tires, however you want to call it. And yeah, that's about it. Because we had a move from Chazzy going side by side with Dan of the Mac. Nearly missed it. I got the ending of it. Pretty calm race so far. Pretty calm race overall. We had one safety car because of a big incident, but that's it. One incident over a 32 lap stint. Pretty good. We still got 2 laps left, so don't jinx it, Daryl, but we got some pretty good racing in here while we could. Try is 16 seconds behind the race leader Minico, and City of R is about 4 seconds back from P2 Try. So the top three are pretty settled right now, unless someone gets a puncture and they can no longer continue. Chazzy is still in front of Dan of the Mac for the time being. They got 2 laps left, three after, or yeah, three after they cross the line. So 4 it would have been because they were a lap back. I forgot to count for that one. Very great stuff. Very great, respectful racing that I've seen. I don't think I saw one really bad incident. I don't think that incident we had here in turn, I think it was right here. I don't think that was anyone's fault. I didn't see its fault, so maybe I'm wrong. Jeez. Minico's already probably halfway to Toby already from Sitar. 2 laps remaining for Minico for the for the race lead for the end of the Grand Prix. Can Minico hold on to those tires? Can Try in City of R as well. They've had DRS a couple of more laps, and they probably won't be pushing as hard as Minico has been to pull out a 17-second gap. He is the tire whisperer. We know that from Portugal last time, but man, it's just one hell of just a performance. Can't say much else. Minico has put in one hell of a performance. 17 seconds ahead of the field on pure pace, by the way. This is not some safety car bull or any controversy, some damage, some contact. There's none of that. This is pure pace. Minico is 17 seconds ahead of the next car, and he's still got one more lap to go. Does he have enough tire grip in these softs to make it to the end? I believe so. He just has to take care of them and hope they don't explode. Looks like Chazzy is getting squirrely. Still the only battle we have on track other than Sitar and Homer, who are coming across the line to start their final lap now, as well as Miniko, who is coming across the line to start his white flag lap now. Sitar and Homer following suit with Shry behind them. Just about, I'd say, 8 seconds back. They're starting the last lap now. City of Art starting the last lap. Looks like this top three are going to stay the top three. And they are not going to get a puncture. From what I can see. From what I can see. The start of the lap. We have a couple more people coming across the line. The Sitar and Homer. Not Sitar and Homer. Dana the Mac and Chazzy. They are so far back. Wow. As we have Miniko coming across the second DRS straight. Or third DRS straight of the lap. For the last time, one last time, he is 18 seconds ahead of the field. He has dominated this race. He has shown his pace and he has shown his grace. And he has just gone above and beyond 20 laps on a set of soft tires. Great stint from him as well as from Shrine City VAR, but Miniko has pulled off the win for Season 10 at the Bahrain Grand Prix. Congratulations, Miniko, for winning the Bahrain Grand Prix for Formula 2. And I cannot wait to talk to you after this one, because I will be asking what happened. Try comes to the line, and it's going to be P2 for him. P3 for City of R, just in head, as we have, it looks like Homer taking out some pit boards on the main street for the fun of it. Chazzy is going to be coming in P4, currently still trying to stay in front of Dana the Mac. Dana the Mac trying to keep as close as possible to Chazzy, but Dana the Mac has a 3-second time penalty, so he's not gonna really care about this one too much. That's gonna be P5 for Dana the Mac, P4 for Chazzy. Fnatic is gonna be in P6. P7 is gonna be Kiss My Axe. No. Shadow is gonna be in P7. Kiss My Axe is gonna be in P8. As you can see here, Shadow has gone on the same soft stint as the front runners of Fnatic, City of Arshrai, and Miniko. But we come across the line. Kiss My Axe crosses 7th, gets moved down to 8th. Angry Shadow gets moved up to 8th. And Edge comes across the line, second last to cross. He's going to finish P9 with a 3-second time penalty. So it is going to keep him exactly where he is. And Chosen Tolby rounds out our points paying positions and the last person on the circuit. Congratulations to Miniko by winning for another time. Kiss My Axe getting the driver of the day, but Miniko had a great dominating performance. Congratulations to the Prema driver, and congratulations to Team Prema for getting some more crucial points on the board. As you can see up here, Miniko already has 3 wins, so this is going to be his 4th win now, and that's going to move him 26 points because he got fastest lap as well, further ahead of the next car, which is going to put him a fair amount in front of Shry. Congratulations to the top 3, Miniko, Shry, and City of R. Chazzy P4, Dana the Mac P5, Fnatic P6, Angry Shadow P7, Kiss My Axe P8, Edge P9, and Chosen Tolby P10. And that's going to be the end of that, really. I'm going to see if we can have a couple of people get into the commentary box, but that was pretty good. That was a pretty good race so far. Alrighty. Just give me a second here. We'll get them rolling. All right. I'm not gonna wait for a minute, go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I cannot express enough how much I thank y'all. Have a wonderful rest, y'all, tonight. Remember to drop a like button, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. Tune in for Sunday. It's gonna be an amazing, amazing race. Thank y'all. Have a great rest of y'all's night. Stay chillin'.